So I'm up here at Cody's garden. Cody's not home right now. Him and his wife went somewhere. It's too bad. I wish he was here so he could walk us through here. But so up here, this is the biggest growing area. It's way bigger than this. It extends all the way over there. We have found out this year that this ground is very fertile. Okay, so all this green, a lot of it is weeds. Unfortunately, I was completely occupied with the garden in the back. So Cody was kind of left to do all the work up here. And one person in a garden this big, it's not happening, especially with the weeds and the amount of work it takes to tie to us, just crazy. So he did his best, and next year we're gonna plan way better and gonna work together more. We're actually gonna plan out the gardens, and I think that I'm gonna spend the majority of my time up here, because this section up here, just with Cody, what Cody has done, is producing a mind-boggling amount of food, even with all the weeds around us. And his stuff is, I mean, in the back it's all right. It's just the soil, I think it's a lot more depleted in the back. Up here, you know, we threw some manure down, everything's just taken off, and it's just growing. Like, our squash in the back is doing pretty not very well, and his squash over here is just, you know, there's just squash everywhere, all over the place. As tomatoes, everything's growing well up here. I mean, we got these watermelons everywhere. And if Cody had like another person like me up here helping him, or even my wife Sarah, a lot of this stuff would be done with like the weeds and the trellising. It's just, by yourself, it's insane. It's just too much work, especially a garden this big. Now, like a little garden, you know, this garden is huge. You guys have no idea. You can't even really see it on the camera. It's huge. And just with what he's done, which is a lot, there's just a massive amount of food coming in. And I'm happy that the squash is doing well, because it makes me feel a lot better about our squash not doing very well in the back. Like, we're getting squash, but nothing like up here. And if everything was weeded and trellised and all the tomatoes were up, it would be probably even better. So next year I'm definitely going to spend most of my time up here with Cody. In the back we'll probably grow some, like, I just won't spend as much time back there. Yeah, like cantaloupe over here. He's got a bunch of basil in here. All down here, I'm gonna have to take the weed whacker and clean a lot of this stuff up, because not only is the fruit doing well, it's everything is, even all the weeds. So, but yeah, he's got all his tomatoes. Next year we'll have, maybe we'll have cattle panels and stuff like that, and we can tie them all to the cattle panels. We'll have better trellises, and, you know, I'll be working with them. Trying to do this stuff by yourself is really hard. Trying to get a branch across and hold it up on this side and screw, it's too hard with one person. And Cody did, for what he did a really good job. But next year we'll definitely work together more. It was just kind of the thing where it's like, okay, we'll just do the garden up there, and then, you know, of course we probably did too much, and it's just too much for one person. But still, the amount of food we're getting from it is mind-boggling. You know, tomatoes all over the vines. Sucks that they're on the ground, but we'll do better next year. And come over here. This is the squash I just picked. It's all through there. Over here is peppers. Some of the peppers are dying. We got a bunch of peppers from my greenhouse, and I think a bunch of them had a disease. So unfortunately, we're still getting peppers. Same thing with our peppers in the back. But yeah, they have this wilting disease that kind of just, destroys the plant. And in the back, the peppers, the disease has gotten onto a bunch of our other peppers we grew from seeds. So yeah, so it just annihilates your plant. Like, these should be producing so many peppers, we don't know what to do with them. And unfortunately, unless you grow them yourself with your own seeds, you don't really ever know what you're going to get if you're getting them from Walmart or somebody's greenhouse. Because somebody's greenhouse could just have a disease, and one disease could just spread through all of your garden. So, but this is all squash mixed with weeds. Next year we're definitely going to have a weed plan. Cody's already brewing something up with weed fabric and stuff. This plant right here is a weed, and it grows big, but it gets these beautiful flowers on it. They're like light blue. It's hard to so still pretty cool. Anyways, moving along. I wasn't gonna, I was just coming up here to get some twine, and now I'm filming, so all this is weeds. I'm gonna take care of all this on first day, probably Sunday. But this is all squash. Tons of squash in there. Cucumbers too. All over the place. There's cucumber plants. So we got a trellis cucumbers next year. We got a basically try to keep everything separate, because this, it's hard with squash because it goes all over the place, but you can kind of direct it. So it's back there climbing over the fence. Gardening is hard work. These are all dry beans. They're starting to flower. I forget what kind of beans they are. If it's what Sarah planted, they're purple hull dried bean, I don't know, something like that. I weeded all this over here the other day, so there was a bunch of, you couldn't see it, but there was a bunch of chard, and I think this is bok choy amongst the weeds, and I weeded it and found it all. Same with the okra. Kind of saved that out of the weeds. Come over here, get a close look at this little blue flower. So these weeds are everywhere, and they're annoying, but they have these really cool flowers. And over here is more squash right there. And this dirt kind of sticks to your shoes. This mud, it's just rained, so my shoes are soaked now, and I got about 2 pounds of mud on the bottom. So got squash right here. There's some squash plants I wanted to, I forget what they're called. They get pretty big, and they taste good too. So squash are heavy hitters, and they last for a long time, so they'll feed you the entire winter easily into the next growing season. We just ate our last spaghetti squash like a week ago from last year, and we shared a lot of them, so we would have probably had a lot more. But that's the point of these gardens, is to grow food with each other and for each other. And then the garden goes outside the gate and goes all the way, another section about this big on the other side, and we'll have to fence that in and grow maybe corn or something. But yeah, it seems that everything's doing really good in this garden, even the weeds. And yeah, let me get this. But yeah, one person, this is even almost too much for 2 people. But but 2 people can get it done if they really break their backs to do it. So 3 or 4 people would be better. 1 person weeding, 1 person tying tomatoes, 1 person tending to the watering, and maybe the fertilizing. 1 person picking and processing. You know, you can do quite a lot if you get a team of people that are serious minded and they want to do stuff, get things done. And yeah, I just picked all that, and that's all cantaloupe right there. But yeah, and then we have a friend down the road about an hour from me that has a 20-acre field. You could grow everything. You could grow hay. You could grow all your feed. You could make chicken feed. You grow all your feed for the chicken feed. You grow everything, literally everything. But you need the manpower. I guess I'll just walk up here really quick. Look at Zach's thing. I want to do a tour with Zach. It's a beautiful tree right here. It's like some kind of willow. But this video is getting very long. He's got like corn growing. Last year, the rain washed a lot of our corn out, and it's kind of just growing along. It washed out around here, and it's growing. It's crazy. It's growing along the the shoreline, and that looks like I forget what it's called. But anyways, this is Zach's project over here. He's got his own little garden going. He's got corn. He's got beans. Got a bunch of corn in there. He has a little fence right here. Over here, he's got squash. It's kind of growing outside the fence. And in here, it's kind of like his West Virginia makeshift garden. He's got barbed wire up. You know, fencing from jobs, all sorts of stuff. These are all radishes, I think. Got tomatoes back there. You know, got squash and everything in here. You got some corn over here. And I will do a, what's that? I think that's all beans going up. So this is a pretty cool little garden. And yeah, this is kind of Zach's thing. I'll do a video with him eventually, walking through what he's done with the place. You know, we're probably gonna do stuff out in that field eventually. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video up because it's way too long, 13 minutes. I'll do a quick scan of the land. You got Zach lives in Zach's family lives in there, and then Sylvia lives in the camper. And he built that little bridge over the creek. It's got little twinkly lights on it. And Cody lives up there. Got a little grape arbor going on right there. Yeah, this is the front of the land. It's pretty cool. Anyways, blessings.